Tonight on the America's Car-Mart Football Report, we're entering homecoming season around Arkansas. Homecoming games are starting to pop up on the schedule, and it'll be a homecoming of a different kind for a few coaches who will face their old teams this week. That'll happen at both Prairie Grove and Mineral Springs, making for an interesting, let's hope not awkward, reunion. Not quite halfway through the season, and there's a nice balance between the two extremes. 29 teams are still unbeaten, while 32 are still winless. Which of those will get their first victory? Which will go down for the first time? I'm David Wallace. That'll all be determined over the next few hours, and Barry Grooms and I will predict it all for you over the next 30 minutes. Buckle up and lock in. The America's Car-Mart Football Report starts now. All right, as you longtime listeners know, this show is a product of the hard work of the football mavens at Hootens.com. Along with Barry, Thomas Thrash is the quarterback. He's the executive producer of the America's Car-Mart Football Report. Spencer Templeton is kind of our all-purpose back/receiver. He's the producer and audio editor. Well, we'll run down every classification over the next half hour, so let's begin with Class 7A and a look at the rankings on Hootens.com this week. And again, they begin with the Bryan Hornets. The Hornets have won 45 straight over in-state opponents. They're 3-0 on the year. At number 2, 4-0 Conway, followed by Cabot at number 3. Bentonville is up one spot to number 4. Then you have Fayetteville also moving up one after beating Bentonville West, and the Bulldogs are 5th. Bentonville West drops 2 spots to number 6, followed by Rogers, 4-0 at number 7, North Little Rock at 8, and Fort Smith Northside at number 9. Rogers Heritage stays at number 10, despite losing consecutive games to Little Rock Southwest and then Springdale. Let's run through the picks now, and first, we'll focus on the 7A Central, where third-ranked Cabot travels to Little Rock Southwest for a Thursday game. This should be an easy one for the Panthers. Cabot is picked big on Hootens.com. Number 2, Conway welcomes North Little Rock. Hootens.com going with the Wampus Cats in that one. And 9th-ranked Fort Smith Northside is a favorite at winless Little Rock Central. Let's hop to the west now, where 4th-ranked Bentonville will go to Fort Smith Southside. The Tigers of Bentonville are favored. Hootens.com likes number 5 Fayetteville at 7th-ranked Rogers, although that could be a very close game. 6th-ranked Bentonville West welcomes Springdale this week. Hootens.com likes the homestanding Wolverines in that one. And number 10 Rogers Heritage is a home favorite over Harbor. So those are your 7A picks. Barry, of those two conferences, which games stand out to you?
North Little Rock at Conway could be a dangerous game for the Wampus Cats. Conway has one of the best offenses in the state with quarterback Donovan Amalo and running back Jamarian Carr, but North Little Rock giving up 3 touchdowns per game.
All right, Barry, let's move on over to Class 6A now, where the top-ranked team in the Hootens.com top 10 is again Pulaski Academy after an impressive win over Little Rock Christian. At number 2 is Greenwood, followed by Lake Hamilton at 5-0 and 3rd-ranked. Little Rock Catholic is a surprising 4-0, and the Rockets are ranked as high as they've been in a long time at number 4 in the state. 5 is West Memphis, up 1 spot. Little Rock Christian drops 1 after that loss. 7th is Benton. Then you have Marion at 8. El Dorado up 1 to number 9, despite losing to Benton last week. And Greenbrier dropping a spot to number 10 following an off week. Let's look at the picks for Class 6A and go to the 6A East first off. 7th-ranked Benton travels to number 8 Marion. Now, the Panthers have never beaten Marion, but Hootens.com predicts that to change, going with Benton in this one. Sylvan Hills is home against Sheridan. Hootens.com likes the Yellow Jackets on the road in a close game. Number 9 El Dorado is picked at home against Searcy. And Hootens.com goes with Greene County Tech, also at home against Jacksonville. Let's move to the 6A West now, where number 1 Pulaski Academy should continue to roll. The Bruins traveling to Mountain Home this week. 2nd-ranked Greenwood is a favorite at number 10 Greenbrier. Russellville, another road favorite, traveling to Siloam Springs. And Hootens.com is going with number 3 Lake Hamilton, also on the road at Van Buren. All right, Barry, break down Class 6A for us.
West Memphis at Catholic's got to be the game of the week in 6A. It's a battle of unbeatens and the 2 surprise teams in 6A. We've been really impressed with Catholic's defense so far this season.
Thanks, Barry. We're back with Class 5A as the America's Car-Mart football report continues.
Can't wait for kickoff. Man, it's time for some football. I'm Chad Hooten for America's Car-Mart. If you're headed to the game, just remember that America's Car-Mart is all in for Arkansas high school football. And when you shop at America's Car-Mart, they're all in for you. From purchase to payoff, Car-Mart will work with you and your individual situation. It's personal for Car-Mart. Just go see for yourself why Car-Mart is different from all the rest. You can stay connected by following Car-Mart on social media or online at car-mart.com. America's Car-Mart, keeping you on the road and good neighbors in our communities. Coming up next, more from the America's Car-Mart football studios. David Wallace and the Hootens crew with more rankings, analysis, and predictions next on the America's Car-Mart football report.
Not all college ends with a bachelor's degree. There are shorter-term programs that help students get to work in a profession they love. Best of all, Arkansas needs qualified workers in these high-demand fields: healthcare, industry manufacturing, and information technology. There are scholarships such as Arkansas Workforce Challenge and Our Future that will help pay for classes. Apply today at scholarships.adhe.edu.
Okay, I gotta pick up some beef for the cookout. Now what's good?
Let Tony make the call.
Tony Romo? What are you doing in a butcher shop?
Just something I picked up in the off-season. What's up?
I'm on my way to a barbecue. What should I bring?
Steaks, hamburgers, brisket?
Are those my choices?
That's your order. Beef is the best way to make your cookouts extraordinary this summer.
Thanks, Tony.
Another satisfied customer. All right, who's next? Beef. It's what's for dinner. Funded by beef farmers and ranchers.
You're listening to a public service announcement from the Arkansas Attorney General. Every day, we are flooded with robocalls from criminals who change their caller ID to look like local numbers, claiming to be a grandchild in jail, the IRS, or maybe it's just Rachel from Card Services. Don't let someone you know fall prey to these scams. Together, let's stop these illegal calls. Let your Attorney General do the fighting for you. Call 800-482-8982 or visit arkansasag.gov.
We're back in the America's Car-Mart studios. David Wallace with you as our program rolls on and moves to Class 5A now. Let's look at the top 10 rankings on Hootens.com. Little Rock Parkview has dropped a couple recently, but the Patriots are still on top in Class 5A, followed by number 2, Joe T. Robinson. Then you have Shiloh Christian at 3. Magnolia is up 1 to number 4. The Wynn Yellow Jackets are also up 1 at number 5 now. Another team moving up 1 is Camden Fairview to number 6. Mills steadily on the climb, jumps 2 spots to number 7. Batesville, though, has made a major move, up 8 spots after consecutive wins over Harrison and Nettleton. At 9 is Harrison, also up 8 spots. And Farmington closes out the top 10. The Cardinals, though, have dropped 6 spots in the ranking this week. Let's focus now on the 5A Central, and here are your winners. Mills picked on Hootens.com to beat Maumelle, that game at Mills. Marlton is a home favorite over Watson Chapel. Hootens.com likes the Pine Bluff Zebras to beat BB, that game in Pine Bluff. Second-ranked Joe T. Robinson is a home favorite over Bologna. In fact, all through the Central, the home teams are favored on this Friday night. Let's go to the East now. The top-ranked team in that conference is 5th-ranked Wynn. The Yellow Jackets are at home and favored over Southside this week. 8th-ranked Batesville travels to Paragould, but the Pioneers are big favorites in that one. Valley View, another road favorite at Forest City. Hootens.com is going with Nettleton at home over Brooklyn. All right, let's stop right there and get the thoughts of Barry Grooms of those two conferences in Class 5A.
Looking at Nettleton-Brooklyn game, the big question this week, how does Nettleton bounce back after giving up 2 defensive scores and a special team score on the last play of the game last week in that loss to Batesville?
All right, Barry, let's move on now. A couple of more conferences to cover in 5A. 5A South features a Thursday game where top-ranked Parkview will welcome DeQueen, and the Patriots are picked big in that one. 4th-ranked Magnolia is a favorite at Hot Springs Lakeside. Hootens.com is picking Hot Springs at Hope. Number 6, Camden Fairview, traveling to Texarkana. Hootens.com likes the Cardinals of Fairview in a blowout. Now to the 5A West, where number 3, Shiloh Christian, should have an easy time at Clarksville. Dardanelle is at home and a favorite on Hootens.com over Pea Ridge. 10th-ranked Farmington welcomes Alma. Hootens.com thinks this will be close, but picks Farmington. And in another game expected to be close, 9th-ranked Harrison is favored on the road at Prairie Grove. Okay, Barry, those two conferences, the South and the West.
Alma at Farmington should be a terrific game. Alma's 4-0 for the first time since 2004, and the Airedales have won 4 of the past 6 over Farmington. And Farmington struggling to find an offense now that junior quarterback Cameron Van Zant is out with a broken ankle.
All right, we'll move to Class 4A when we return.
Okay, David, sounds like some great games this week. I'm Chad Hooten with Hooten's Arkansas Football for America's Car-Mart. And just like all the hard-working high school football players, the folks at Car-Mart work hard to keep you on the road. Car-Mart knows that buying a vehicle is a big decision, and that's why they take selling you a vehicle very seriously. When you shop at Car-Mart, they're there for you. Car-Mart cares about you and your vehicle ownership. You know what? You can save time at the dealership by starting your car buying journey online at car-mart.com. It's America's Car-Mart, keeping you on the road. That's their pledge to you. And coming up next, more from the America's Car-Mart Football Report studios. David and the Hootens gang with analysis of more matchups and those crystal ball predictions. Next on the America's Car-Mart Football Report.
Going to college may not look the same as it has before, but you have the power to move forward. There are over 1,000 hands-on or online programs in Arkansas designed to put you to work, and they qualify for state scholarships and grants. Healthcare, education, computer technology, industry technology, and more. Take your next step forward. Visit explorearcareers.com with instructions about how to apply.
Hey everyone, it's Tony Romo, and I'm here to remind you that it's grilling season. And how do you make those summer cookouts extraordinary? With beef. Whether you're slow roasting ribs or throwing a couple of hamburgers on the grill, some top sirloin kebabs, or, wait, what was I saying again? Oh, yeah! Set your grilling season on fire this year with beef. Beef, it's what's for dinner. For more ideas, visit beefitswhatsfordinner.com. Funded by beef farmers and ranchers.
Don't miss the return of Nighthawk Athletics this fall at National Park College in Hot Springs. With baseball, softball, cross country, men and women's basketball, and newly added men and women's soccer, Nighthawk Nation has something for every sports fan in the Spa City. Cheer on the Nighthawks this season as NPC competes for an NJCAA Region 2 championship and continues to make sports history here in Hot Springs. For more information, visit np.edu/athletics. Get 'em Hawks!
America's Car-Mart, keeping you on the road. And this is the America's Car-Mart Football Report. Glad to have you back with us. We'll move on now to Class 4A and run down the rankings on Hootens.com. The top 9 out of the top 10 stay the same from a week ago, starting with the Arkadelphia Badgers. You have Harding Academy at number 2. Both of those teams are 4-0. Warren is 3rd, then Star City 4th. Stuttgart staying at 5 with a 3-2 record after losing big at Harding Academy, but the Ricebirds are still at 5. Ashdown is unbeaten at number 6. Malvern is 7th, then Pocahontas at 8th, McGee at 9th, and now a change as Ozark moves back into the top 10 after beating Berryville. We'll start in the Northeast, the 1-4A, and number 10 Ozark goes to Green Forest. The Hillbillies should win this one in a romp. Gentry is a road favorite at Berryville. Funny how this works out sometimes. All the teams in this conference are road favorites, including Lincoln, a favorite at Gravett, and Elkins at Huntsville. Now to the 2-4A. Second-ranked Harding Academy has a date at Lone Oak. Hootens.com thinks the Wildcats will go to 5-0. Heber Springs is home and the pick over Bald Knob. And Hootens.com likes Riverview at home against Cave City. Let's move to the 3-4A now, where Jonesboro Westside travels to Blytheville, and Hootens.com likes the Chickasaws at home. Number 8 Pocahontas is a road favorite at Gosnell. In what's expected to be a runaway, the Rivercrest Colts are favored over Harrisburg, and Truman is a home favorite against Highland. Okay, Barry, let's stop there and get your analysis of those conferences.
Boy, Heber Springs has really improved. Anxious to see what they do this week as the Panthers go for their 3rd consecutive victory. They haven't won 3 in a row since 2018.
About 3 more 4A conferences to run through, so let's give you the picks in the 4-4A. Lamar travels to Harmony Grove Haskell. Lamar is a favorite, but this is a close one. Mayflower at Central Arkansas Christian. The Eagles are picked on the road. Little Rock Hall going to Dover. Hootens.com likes Dover in that one. And Bauxite is the road favorite at Pottsville. In the 7-4A, number 1 Arkadelphia at home is the pick over Mena. Hootens.com picking number 7 Malvern Big at Waldron. In the 8-4A, third-ranked Warren at home, a favorite over Crossit. And in the only top 10 matchup this week in Class 4A, number 4 Star City welcomes 9th-ranked McGee. The winner likely will get the number 2 playoff spot out of the 8-4A. And Hootens.com is going with Star City. DeWitt at home, a favorite over Hamburg. Likewise, Monticello welcoming Dumas. The Billies get the pick there. All right, Barry, which are the big games in those conferences?
Lamar and Haskell could decide the 4-4A championship. Haskell has never won a conference title, and Lamar hasn't won a conference title since 2008. And down in southeast Arkansas, Crossit's at Warren. The Lumberjacks have beaten Crossit 10 of the past 11 seasons.
We'll go to the fourth quarter, classes 3A, 2A, and 8-man football when the America's Car-Mart Football Report returns.
All right, David, getting a little closer to kickoff. I'm Chad Hooten for America's Car-Mart, keeping you on the road. It's America's Car-Mart, and they will do all they can to keep you on the road. America's Car-Mart makes it easy to buy. They offer affordable, quality vehicles, low down payments, plus optional service contracts to offer a little peace of mind. And if you're credit challenged, America's Car-Mart is the place for you. Affordable used vehicles with low down payments, flexible payment plans. It's America's Car-Mart, keeping you on the road. And coming up next, it's more of the America's Car-Mart Football Report.
Exciting news for Arkansas students. Our team at the Arkansas Division of Higher Education has been hard at work to improve your scholarship application experience. So starting after October 1st, you will no longer log on to the universal application to apply for and manage your scholarship applications. Instead, you will be going to SAMS, our scholarship application management system. Don't worry though, our team of financial aid experts will be there to help you navigate our revamped application process. So go ahead and start researching your financial aid options now at sams.adhe.edu.
Don't miss the return of Nighthawk Athletics this fall at National Park College in Hot Springs. With baseball, softball, cross country, men and women's basketball, and newly added men and women's soccer, Nighthawk Nation has something for every sports fan in the Spa City. Cheer on the Nighthawks this season as NPC competes for an NJCAA Region 2 championship and continues to make sports history here in Hot Springs. For more information, visit np.edu/athletics. Get 'em Hawks!
Friday night football sometimes means Friday night injury. For the 4th season in a row, the Arkansas children's team is available to get your athletes the immediate treatment they need. From pulled hamstrings to torn ACLs, sports medicine specialists and orthopedic surgeons are available from 10 to midnight at the Arkansas Children's Hospital Friday Night Sports Injury Clinic. All through the regular season, Arkansas Children's Hospital Friday Night Sports Injury Clinic. No appointment necessary.
Back on the America's Car-Mart Football Report to look at Class 3A. Here are the rankings on Hootens.com, and the top 5 are the same from a week ago. Number 1 is Prescott, then Boonville at 2. The Rising Wildcats unbeaten at number 3. Then Charleston at 4. Melbourne is 5th. Now some changes as Camden Harmony Grove moves up 1 spot to number 6 after beating Drew Central. Lavaca is unbeaten 4-0 and up 10 spots to number 7 this week. Hoxie is 8th, Fordyce 9th, and at number 10, Mansfield, the Tigers are giving up only 7 points a game. Let's run through the picks now in the 3A. And in the 1-3As, we start in the northwest part of the state and move our way eastward. Second-ranked Boonville is home and a favorite over West Fork. Hootens.com likes 4th-ranked Charleston in a blowout at home against Cedarville. 7th-ranked Lavaca is the pick at Hackett. And 10th-ranked Mansfield should beat Greenland at Mansfield, but this one could be close. Now to the 2-3A, where 5th-ranked Melbourne is traveling to Yellville Summit. And the Bearcats are road favorites there. Hootens.com picks Newport at Salem. Perryville is a home favorite over Atkins. And Quitman plays England at a Class 2A, obviously a non-conference game there. Quitman the favorite. In the 3-3A, 8th-ranked Hoxie going to Palestine Wheatley. Hootens.com likes Hoxie big. Osceola at home, a favorite over Piggott. Manila is the pick at Corning. So, Barry Grooms, join us again to tell us about these conferences in Class 3A.
Well, David, Newport at Salem should be a pretty good game. Newport beat Quitman last week by 18 points, but Salem's defense has given up just 12 points a game this season.
Let's move on now to the 4-3A. Magnet Cove playing at home is a favorite over Two Rivers. Hootens.com is going with Glen Rose at Jesseville and Bismarck at home over Paris in what could be a big margin. To the 5-3A now, number 1 Prescott should win easily at home against Junction City. Horatio plays at Falk, playing its first game in a month, and the Lions are underdogs at Falk. To the 6-3A, a big margin expected as 6th-ranked Camden Harmony Grove is at home against Dollaway, and Harmony Grove, the big favorite there. 9th-ranked Fordyce is the pick at home against Drew Central, and Hootens.com is going with Barton at Lake Village. Barry?
South Arkansas Drew Central's at Fordyce. Drew Central hung with Camden Harmony Grove last week. Fordyce escaped Barton with a 1-point win. Barton's got a good passing attack, though, and Fordyce should be able to run the ball very effectively.
All right, to Class 2A now. Let's run down the rankings. The top 5 are the same on Hootens.com from last week. Number 1 is Hazen. Number 2, East Poinsett County. And number 3 is Mark Tree. All of those top 3 teams are 4-0. Bigelow is 4-1 at number 4. Mount Ida is 5th. And 6th is unbeaten Carlisle, 4-0 after the Bison won just 1 game a year ago. Derricks is 7th, followed by Hector up 2 spots to number 8. Mineral Springs cracks the top 10 at number 9. They're in it for the first time this year. And Episcopal is down 1 spot after an off week. Now let's run through the picks. In the 1-2A, number 8 Hector welcomes Conway Christian. Hootens.com likes the Wildcats. Mountainburg is a home favorite over Decatur. And Hootens.com is going with Magazine at home against Johnson County Westside. Now to the 2-2A, where second-ranked East Poinsett County welcomes the McCrory Jaguars. Hootens.com picking EPC at home. Number 3, Mark Tree is a road favorite at Earl. Clarendon is the pick at Cross County. Hootens.com likes Desark big at Mariana. In the 3-2A now, number 7, Derricks travels to Murfreesboro. Hootens.com likes the Outlaws of Derricks. Number 9, Mineral Springs is another road favorite at Lafayette County. Number 5, Mount Ida is home and should win a close one against Powen. In the 4-2A now, number 1, Hazen should have an easy time at Baptist Prep. Hampton expected to be another big winner at home against Bearden. Okay, Barry, what do you think about those?
Episcopal at Carlisle should be a good one. Carlisle crushed Bearden 42-0 last week. Senior Jason Sullivan ran for 4 touchdowns in that game, while Ben Smith had a great game on the offensive and defensive lines. And everyone's anxious to see how Episcopal fares in this game. The Wildcats already have 3 victories this season and playing pretty good on defense. And in the 3-2A, we've got a game with big-time playoff implications. It's Powen at Mount Ida. Mount Ida was mercy ruled 2 weeks ago at Class 3A Lavaca, but the Lions had multiple injuries that game, and they've had a week off to heal. Meanwhile, Powen has mercy ruled its past 2 opponents, and the Indians are getting terrific play in the backfield from seniors Austin Webb and Jaden Zerlini.
Well, that takes care of Class 2A, so let's move on to 8-man football. There are 2 sets of rankings, as we've told you before, what they call the 2A 8-man teams, and then the 8-man club teams. Let's run through the 2A rankings first. Number 1, Mountain Pine. 2 is Spring Hill. Woodlawn is 3rd, and those top 3 teams are all unbeaten. Rector is 4th, and Brinkley 5th. That's the 2A 8-man. Then you have 8-man club teams. Number 1 is Mountain View at 4-0. 2 is Fountain Lake at 3-1. Genoa Central, another 3-1 team at number 3, followed by Subiaco Academy and Cedar Ridge. Now the picks for 8-man. The number 3 team in the club sport division, Genoa Central, is at number 2, Fountain Lake. So this is a big game in 8-man, and Fountain Lake is the home favorite. Number 5, Brinkley, is favored at Augusta. Hootens.com is going with Cutter Morning Star at Rosebud. Izard County Consolidated, a home favorite against the 4th-ranked team from 2A 8-man. That's Rector. Izard County Consolidated, a favorite. Mountain Pine, the road pick at Hermitage. The number 5 team in the club sport division, Cedar Ridge, travels to the number 4 team, Subiaco Academy. Hootens.com likes Subiaco there. The number 1 2A 8-man team, Mountain View, is a home favorite over Marshall. Number 2 Spring Hill is the pick at home over Dermott. Midland is a favorite against Kip Helena. And the number 3 2A 8-man team, Woodlawn, is a home favorite over Strong.
You're listening to a public service announcement from the Arkansas Attorney General. Parents, would you let your child get in a car with someone you don't know or spend the night with a stranger? If you don't know who your children are texting and gaming with on their phones, you could be allowing dangerous people into your home and their bedrooms. Be informed, and together let's protect our kids. Let your Attorney General do the fighting for you. Call 800-482-8982 or visit arkansasag.gov.
Friday night football sometimes means Friday night injury. For the 4th season in a row, the Arkansas children's team is available to get your athletes the immediate treatment they need. From pulled hamstrings to torn ACLs, sports medicine specialists and orthopedic surgeons are available from 10 to midnight at the Arkansas Children's Hospital Friday Night Sports Injury Clinic. All through the regular season, Arkansas Children's Hospital Friday Night Sports Injury Clinic. No appointment necessary.
Well, already we've come to the end of this America's Car-Mart Football Report. Thanks for seeing it through to the end with us. We hope you enjoyed it. Check out Hootens.com, where this week you can find features on Prescott quarterback Karsten Poole, the recipient of the Arkansas Air National Guard Top Gun Award this week, and Tyler Wheelis, an offensive lineman from Nettleton, the First Community Bank Scholar Athlete of the Week. We'll be back again next week, so for Barry Grooms, executive producer Thomas Thrash, and producer and audio editor Spencer Templeton, I'm David Wallace. We'll see you next time on another America's Car-Mart Football Report.